A mistake a lot of investors make, I've done it myself way too much, is when wanting to get funds on Steam, they sell their skins on Steam for way too cheap. Or even worse, they deposit money straight onto Steam by their credit card. So in today's video I will tell you 5 things to keep in mind when selling a skin on the Steam marketplace. But before that, I would like to introduce you guys to my friend Jeff here. Jeff would really like to get some Steam funds so that he can invest in some P250 sand dunes. He knows that there's 2 ways to get funds on the Steam market. Number 1 way being by depositing money straight onto Steam with his credit card. The other way he can get some funds on the Steam market is by selling some skins on the Steam market. Jeff, unlike many, know which way is the smartest since he subscribed to Asger and liked all of his videos. So if you want to be as smart as Jeff, make sure to follow his footsteps. Anyways, number 1 way, which is depositing by credit card, is actually a really stupid way of getting funds since you're then going to be paying 100% of the Steam market price. Number 2 is a much smarter way of getting Steam funds, which is by just selling skins on Steam, since you're able to buy skins pretty easily for around 70% of the Steam market price on other marketplaces. I have already made a video about which marketplaces you should buy on. I will have that linked in the description. But even though there's a 15% fee on the Steam marketplace, you're still able to get 15 to 20% more funds for the money that you're depositing if you're selling your skins properly, which you're about to learn how to do. Now, Jeff, are you ready for the tips? Alright, great. First tip is don't list your item as the cheapest. I know it sounds a bit silly, but when people sell their skins on Steam, a lot of the time they just see, oh, the starting price of this SSG Dragonfire field tested is $12.31, so I must list mine at $12.30 or less for mine to sell. And then they list it and the skin is sold in like 5 minutes or less. It would be much smarter for you to go look at the other listings and see what they are priced at. And if you see the second most expensive skin is listed at $12.54, go list it at something like $12.50 or maybe even more, since the one listed at $12.31 is really underpriced and just listed by a guy who wants to quick sell it. Which brings me to tip number 2, which is waiting longer for your skin to sell. You should definitely consider just waiting a longer amount of time than just a few minutes. Make sure you get the best possible price, even if it takes a few weeks for it to sell at that price. I usually always have like 100 to 200 euros just listed on the Steam market for really high prices, but then over time most of the items sell, and as I spend the balance I put more skins for sale, making sure I always have some funds and some stuff listed for sale on the Steam market. Those 2 tips I just mentioned is some super basic tips that apply to anything you're going to sell on the Steam market. The next 2 tips requires a bit more time and thinking, but don't be scared. The third tip is nothing more than just checking the float on the gun. Lots of the skins being sold on the Steam market is being used in trade-ups, and if you for example were to sell a AWP Fever Dream field tested with a 0.15 float, make sure to give the gun a solid increase in price when you list it. I will be uploading a video about floats and how to price check the different floats, so stick around for that. But if you have no idea about how much you should add, I would say around 10 to 20%, which in this case would be around 6 euros instead of 5 euros. But it really depends on what skin it is, so don't get 10 to 20% stuck in your head. I will be going much more in detail in an upcoming video. The next and 4th tip is checking if the gun has any stickers on it, because a lot of the time the gun you're going to be selling has some random stickers on it. That could be 4 Astralis Cologne 2016 non-hollows. Then you should be able to add $2 to $5 onto the price you listed at. And again, a video about stickers and how to price check them on certain guns is also going to be uploaded sometime soon on my channel. And the last tip, which is number 5, is using CSGO Exchange to speed up the process. The 2 tips I just mentioned before can take forever. If you go in game, check each skin's float, then the stickers have to go out of the game, type in the price. That shit takes forever. Instead, if you just go onto CSGO Exchange and type in your profile ID, you can see all of the information about the skin and easily go back to Steam and list it at the highest price you think it will sell at. Oh, and please make sure to take an extra look if the skin is case hardened. It might have some extra blue on it. Anyway, what I mostly do is sell a lot of low tier skins when I need Steam funds, and it can be a long process to check the float on like 30 to 50 skins if you don't do it properly. But that wraps up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. Please be careful when putting skins for sale and make sure that you typed in the right price, unlike me of course. See ya!